All right, so I just want to offer a little bit of help on question 60. I know there's been some questions out there. So first of all, you got to see if this table is proportional or not. That's your first step. And if I look at this, um, so 3 times what would give me 6.6? I think that would be 2.2. So you need to see, are all of these numbers multiplied by 2.2? And if you do that, do you get the number on the right? So I'm going to leave that up to you to figure that out. Also, if it is proportional, then you have to do a proportion web. Hint, hint, maybe these are proportional, but check this out. When you do that portion web, here's what I want to make sure that you see. So remember, an example of the portion web is up here, but I just kind of want to clarify that a little bit. So in the middle, right here, is you're going to find the constant of proportionality, and that number goes right here. Remember, constant of proportionality is the same thing as the unit rate. A unit rate is where I find 1. So can I get this to 1 hour? And when I do, whatever that number is, however much dirt I can get in 1 hour, that goes here. Once you have that constant of proportionality, then you need to, off to the right, you need to come up with a rule for that. And the rule is a fancy way of saying that they want you to come up with a formula, or another way is that they want you to write an equation for that. And remember, the only equation that we know right now, an equation that is proportional, we talked in class, that's on the back of your notebooks, is y equals kx. So you have to find out what that constant proportionality is and then apply that for this equation. Underneath this, you need to come up with a table for this problem. Remember, we talk about on my table, I would always use numbers like 0, 1, 2, and 3. And then you find out what these are. Over here, you're going to make a quick little graph, and you're going to plot these numbers into that graph. And the thing that goes up above, they call it the situation. And situation is just a fancy word for they really want you to just write down what is the unit rate. Okay, and remember when you write it, you need to write it out in words. All right, so for 1 hour, how many yards cubed of dirt would we have? All right, so our unit rate goes up here, making sure we put it in words and using labels. So this is what your proportion web should look like. Constant of proportionality, write the equation, which is based on this. Your table, we always use the numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to graph those points over here, and then this is our unit rate. So hopefully that helps out with question 60. Also, kind of, I guess, while I'm on here, question 61 talks about we have the snail race, and it's in 5.85 centimeters in 3/4 of a minute. How fast will we travel in meters per second? So what you need to do is, first thing is you need to change this into seconds. If I have 3/4 of a minute, how many seconds would that be? And then we got to find it to 1 second because it wants to say per second. All right. So hopefully that helps you out with question 60 and 61.